Right, this is the start of the process, which ultimately is aimed at YouTube, of inviting you all into the studio to share, some of the things I've learned over 35 years of experience with oil paint. I often get asked about techniques, different ways of painting, and how I handle the light. And whenever I mention glaze, there's a lot of technical questions get asked. Obviously from people who are painters themselves, but I think people who don't paint, there is a lot of interest in the process of creativity. So the hope is that by sharing work in progress, and I'll talk specifically about techniques such as preparing canvases, putting in coloured ground, painted in layers, the many different mediums that you can use, the brushes that you can use. There's a lot to talk about. But the first thing we'll do is take a look at the somewhat chaotic studio. Right, here we are in the studio. It's somewhat chaotic, but there really is a place for everything and everything in its place. You can see I've got brushes in use that are in a little pot attached to the easel. Got all the colours that I use most often in there, and as jumbled as that looks, it's very easy always to put my hand on the right colour. And then we take a step back, just give a broader view. We've got the screen there, which is at the heart really of what I do. It's a window on the world through the tens of thousands of photographs, and it's far better than using still photographs with the light. You've got the nearest you would ever get to actually being able to sit and paint underwater. The quality of light, especially on the modern cameras, is brilliant. And we've got more brushes there. I'm not somebody who really copes well with tatty brushes, so once they've gone past a certain point, they do end up in the bin. I like a brush where I sort of know what it's going to do, and I've always got fresh brushes, as you can see in the plastic there, and with the plastic tops on. There's a whole host of mediums. Probably like any artist of 35 years, I've experimented with all sorts over the years. The current favourite is walnut oil. And then we step back again. We've got shelves for prints and for new canvases and for work in progress. The studio's generally busy with a lot going on. It's how I tend to work, partly because of the nature of oil paint. You've got to leave layers to dry, and also you can start a painting and think it's the best thing that you've ever done, and then quickly reach a period where you're not quite so sure. These two are completed. The little puff in there, going off to new homes soon, and the mackerel. Again, it's come to a halt for the moment, but I'm fairly certain that'll get picked up soon. And then we've got new work drawn out. There's 2 carp studies there. Always exciting at that stage. And then we've got a marine study there. When it's going well, the difficulty with creativity, and it's the best place to be with it. It's not a case of not knowing what to do in terms of sort of an artistic block. It's the opposite really, that you don't know what to do out of all the many options that you've got. That's a completed piece. I've just got it down to have a good look at it. I think it's probably ready for at least a retouching varnish. Anyway, that's a quick introduction.